What's up, Cross Church family? We're coming home for the win. You know, we're very excited to come back home to our physical church building on May 31st, Pentecost Sunday. I'd like to talk to you right now, though, about what it looks like to come home to a safe, spacious, and sanitized environment. This decision doesn't come without seeking godly counsel and much prayer. Yes, there will be several phases that we will be following over the next few months. This is where we'll start. On Sunday, May 31st, we will be hosting family services for the 8:30 and 10 o'clock experiences. We'll also be having all three services online on our online campus. To ensure safety guidelines, we are offering reservations for our 2 service experiences in the auditorium. Simply go to the Cross Church app and make a reservation for your family for which service you wish to attend. What exactly does a family service mean? Well, simply, we will not be hosting Cross Kids live in our building, but rather they will continue to have their service online. This simply can be done by you bringing your kids to the family experience service in our auditorium while you bring their tablets and headphones or earpieces, and they're going to be able to listen to their Cross Kids service while you are enjoying worship in the auditorium. Another question you might ask is, what can I expect if I come to church? Well, the building has been and will continue to be cleaned by CDC-approved solutions. It's really important for you to know that we're taking absolutely every measure possible to make sure that this environment is safe and sanitized for you. We do this before services, after services, and everywhere in between. You know, we might even put a little solution in the haze machine just to make sure everything gets covered. Okay, we're joking there, but don't worry, we're taking this very seriously. Our goal is to have a contact-free experience, and that's why our parking lot attendants, our ushers, our greeters will be guiding you along the way with masks to make sure that you have a safe and wonderful experience. We will be propping all the doors open, sanitizing the bathrooms, and spraying down all the seats in the auditorium before and after each service to make sure that we are staying with CDC guidelines. Again, the whole point is to create for all of us a safe, spacious, and sanitized environment. To continue to ensure a contact-free environment, your sermon message notes will be available through the Cross Church app. Also, tithes and offerings will be given through the app or at crossatlanta.com. Also, any kids ministry resources and printouts will be available through email, so you can print them out and bring them to church with you. All right, let's just be honest. Our church is a very relational church. We're huggers. We like to high five. We like to hang out. But we want to be also sensitive to all the CDC guidelines with social distancing. So right now, what we're encouraging is what we're calling the Smile and Wave Party. We'll maintain 6 feet, we'll be sensitive, but we want to have a lot of fun as we're smiling under our masks and we're having a party as we wave to our family. Our doors will be opening 20 minutes prior to each service. And so since we're not going to be opening our hospitality areas like coffee, please bring your coffee, your Starbucks with you. Come right on into the service. We're going to have a great time. Let's be honest. Some of us are still asking in the back of our heads, should I attend? I mean, the building's open. That's great, Josh, but I'm just not sure if I actually should show up. Well, that's totally cool. You use wisdom as you go before the Lord and figure out what's right for you and your family. You know, I think a good place to start is the CDC guidelines. If you've got shortness of breath, if you have a fever, a temperature, if you have been around someone who has COVID in the last 14 days, stay home. There's nothing wrong in that. Matter of fact, we encourage you to do so and watch our services on our online campus. You see, we are the church, whether we're in a building or out of the building. We've never stopped being the church. And so worship with us. We know that this affects our doctors and nurses that are on the front lines. You're loving people on a daily basis who've been exposed to COVID. So stay home, worship with us on our online campus, and allow us to pray and minister to you right where you're at. Some of us, though, still have this internal dialogue going on in our head saying, I want to come back, Josh, but am I living in fear if I don't? I mean, what do I do? How do I respond? can I just give a little grace to you right now and say that you're fine? You see, as we've said throughout this entire season, wisdom is not the enemy of faith. You just trust God and do what you feel is best for you and your family during this season. Maybe you have an autoimmune disorder or you're in contact with the elderly, and it's vital for you to stay at home. That's okay. Again, that's why we have our online church campus. We are one church, whether we're online or we're here in the auditorium. You allow wisdom to guide you as you live out your relationship with God with faith. We are so excited to come back home. But please remember that this is the very first phase in this process, in this season that we're on journey together. So we think it's kind of going to fill up pretty fast here in the building. So make sure you go to the Cross Church app to reserve your seat. God's on the move. And so whether you're going to continue to worship with us in our online campus or you're going to come here and be with us in person, we are so excited about our future and God's revival in our hearts together. One thing that I know for sure is that we will be the church and we will stand united. I am so excited to worship with you on May 31st.